Salutations and good morrow everyone, and welcome back to another Grounded update video, where today we are hopping in and talking Grounded patch 1.0.2. Yes, they've officially done another update to Grounded, which has gone through and fixed all sorts of things, and I'm super excited to go over this one with all of you guys. So first of all, it says here we are excited to announce that patch 0.2 is ready for all of you to download and install. Thank you so much for your patience while we work through to get this patch out to you, so please update it when you see us and let it know if it's working for you. Now, the first feature in this patch, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, is awesome. They have added a sort feature to Grounded. Yes, we finally have a button that we can go through and press that sorts your inventory. Let's go check that out. Okay, so here we are inside of Grounded, and here is my absolutely chock full inventory of a lot of random things that I got while running around in my last live stream, and I'm going to go ahead and press the sort button now. It is right here. By the way, this also works on chests, so you can press the sort button and boom, it moves everything around in your inventory, groups like things, and it makes it look so much cleaner in your inventory. And by the way, this does work for your chests as well, but as a little bit of a warning for all of my Xbox friends out there, be careful how many sorts you do at once. I've heard that it is crashing games left and right, so just be careful while they get another update out. Okay, going back in here, they also did some notable game balance and difficulty changes. So, they doubled the base durability of most weapons and armor. By the way, what this means is when you log in, most of your armor is going to be sitting at half durability, just so you're aware. Doubled the duration and durability of all torches. This is fantastic. That makes the torches last longer and not as grindy. Mosquitoes in the grassland do not spawn until one super chip is turned in. By the way, this area that's right here in the game that I am in, if I run right over here and run along this area, this is the grassland, okay? So they're not going to be over in this area that's over here when you first load into the game. Mosquitoes don't even spawn in anymore. So right here by the pond, you shouldn't have to worry about them. This area around here is what is called the grasslands, okay? This is, I think, called the swamp, so I think they're still going to be over here. But at least for sure, in this area here, there shouldn't be any mosquitoes. Okay. All right, so damage and HP for some of the new early tier 2 creatures has been lowered a little bit. So I do believe that means, you know, things like the diving bell spiders, the mosquito, the, you know, things like that, bombardier beetles, ladybugs, stuff like that that you use to make tier 2 weapons and armor. Probably wolf spiders, orb weavers, things like that. It's all been lowered down a little bit. This one was a really crappy thing that they did, but I get it. I guess I get it. Toxicology Bad now provides 10% gas damage resistance instead of full immunity. It keeps you from, this kept you from wearing a gas mask, and it made the gas mask irrelevant in the game. Now the gas mask is once again relevant because it's the only thing that's 100% gas proof. But I think 10% gas resistance plus a gas resistance perk or mutation, you should be okay. And Java-matic fights spawn less creatures in single player now, making it less difficult. So for all of you who are out there trying to do the Java-matic for your first time, it is now going to be a lot easier for you guys to go through and do the Java-matic because they've reduced the amount of creatures. I don't think this was super needed in my opinion, but also at the same time, I get it for all of you guys who are struggling through the Java-matic, or those of you who just aren't huge builders and were like, I don't really want to build, you know, a huge base around each one of these like I had to in order just to make it work. Okay, we got some other changes here as well. So relocating a building will no longer be canceled if you stumble into combat with a creature. So what that means, guys, is that means when you're going through and you're building something, or you're trying to relocate some grass stem pallets or something like that for building, like I was trying to say before I had a complete brain spasm, what I meant is if you're over here and you are moving a pallet full of items now, so if I was to grab this and to go into blueprint mode and move it, notice how now that I'm in threat threat detected mode down in the bottom left and I'm being attacked by these mosquitoes over here, it's not canceling my building movement. That is what I meant. It's a fantastic thing because for those of us who were trying to build in order to get up over to the Moldorc Castle and you were trying to get all your stuff over there, it was making it almost impossible for you guys to be able to build up over there without having to run with planks, because trying to move anything and you get seen by any fire ant, any ladybird, any mosquito, anything like that, it literally made it impossible to move pallets over there, or it just took way too long. Okay, then we got some other changes here. Burgle will now give you artificer quests for items that the player has not crafted yet. Will not only give you artificer quests for the items the player has not crafted. The Mant combo attacks no longer interrupt via perfect blocks. The Mant damage is slightly increased. This is a good thing because that boss felt too easy. Quartzite and marble of all the tiers now stacked to 99 could not be upgraded further via milk molars. So your upgrade mats are going to go up to 99 in one slot in your inventory now, instead of only like 5, 10, 15, 30, whatever. Now, slightly increased stamina cost of staff attacks. That kind of sucks a little bit because it made it so our staves are, well, they're debuffed a little bit, but I understand. I just didn't like how much stamina they used before, but anywho, it's still a fairly decent thing that they've done for staves. They could have just said, okay, we nerfed the damage, we made it cost way more stamina, so if you actually go here and you look at the staff, we'll just swap out for this one here really quick, and we go through and use it. The stamina cost it's there, but it's not too bad. It's definitely been worse in the past for things to have a stamina cost increase, like the Club of the Mother Demon, shall we say? Okay, here is another awesome one, guys. Really, really awesome. Spiny water fleas now have a very small chance to drop pond moss when looted. This makes it so you do not need to kill a wolf, all of the Black Widow spiders that are in the game over and over in order to get a tier 3 dagger just so you can harvest them. Now you can go through, hunt down spiny water fleas, which by the way, there's a couple different locations where you guys can get those. If we go right here into the map, I'll show you. They are right in here in this pond. They are up here in the water that's inside up here and over here. And they are underneath the shed in a undershed, well, more or less a little pond area that's under there inside of the sinkhole that's there. So it gives you the ability to go over and get those there now and try to get that pond moss for yourself. So that way you guys don't have to fight all of those Black Widows just to go ahead and get like the Sour Staff or any of the newer tiered up armors. Now, we also have text chat messages that are filtering out profanity. That's good. Edible mushrooms placed under all the large mushrooms in the upper yard. This is also a good thing. It gives you emergency food in the upper yard. The Orc EMP bomb applies a large damage over time to orc creatures that are hit with it. The field stations near the outskirts of the stump area has been moved to the stump itself for higher visibility. So what that means is if we come over here and we go into our map, well, hopefully we don't die. We come up here, this stump, it was up in like this back corner. It now got moved over into this location over here for better visibility. Can you guys stop it with all this attacking of me, please? Also, as another helpful tip for you guys, what they're talking about with orc disruption bombs, or the EMP bombs that they're talking about, if you go into crafting and you go into the base building defense system that you can go into here, it's right down with the rest of the traps after you research the orc receiver and you get this shocking EMP bomb. If you put these down during the final defense of the Java-matic, it's going to make it that much easier for you because it's a giant shock whenever they get close to it. So it's a great thing for you to have. It literally like knocks out their little EMP thing. So helpful tips for you guys to be able to take out the Java-matic right there. Okay, you can remove a surveyor resource point from inside the map now. That's great. Slime mold light sources and firefly headlamp have been desaturated a bit and now cast an overlay lime green color on everything. And getting 100% of the game report card requires completing all of the mixers now. I'm going to go over a complete guide on how to do 100% of the game in another video. They've done some crash fixing here that could happen when creatures are looted or despawns. Fix the crash that occur when taming a pet, and also reduce reduced out-of-memory crashes when loading saves. Now, some awesome bug fixes here, guys, that they went through and did. They made it so you can rename chests again. They made it so if you, for some reason, didn't get the embiggening cell, but you're at that point in the game will then fix the quest state for you to load into your next save, so that way you can close the game, load in, and you should have your embiggening cell at that point. If you progress to a story point where you need to interact with the Java-matic, but the game won't let you, the game will fix the quest state on your next load. So those of you who couldn't activate the Java-matic, you will now be able to do that or interact with it. Loading early access saves will no longer trigger an analyze Peblet / raw fiber quest if you have already done so. Fixes 1.0 saves that are stuck on this quest as well. Players will no longer disconnect from multiplayer saves but have been online for 4+ hours. Doors at player bases will properly have open door states synced if open and changed clients. Wolf spiders will more reliably sleep during the day, and address some cases where you could not get more than where you could not get the 100% report card. So that means for all of us who couldn't get the notes in order to get to 100%, they fixed that, so now we can. Other things they've addressed a bunch of things here. I don't think I need to go through and read every single one of these for you guys. If you guys want to read through these, you can. But a couple of things I do want to call out is that they've optimized the Mantis Pollen attack. They've adjusted the Pinch Whacker and Prod Smacker slightly again. They got a Peep All achievement to no longer require having all gold cards, which is great because now everybody can get the Peep All achievement. I couldn't get it because I didn't have all the gold cards. Now I do. Fantastic. The Sour Battle Axe is considered an axe, and bomb arrows now cost stamina to shoot like every other arrow. But other than that, guys, there's a lot of information here. I would suggest you guys come out to the Grounded Obsidian page and read through these if you guys want to know, or just take a pause right now and read through all of these right here on my screen if you want to know every single thing that was fixed. But they have done a ton of bug fixing, they have done a ton of optimization, and they have made the game all the better for all of us to be able to play going into this weekend. Now be warned, there are a couple things that are crashing the game as well, including randomly staircases turning on their side, and also the issue with the sorting option. So be careful out there, guys. But thank you guys all so much for watching this one. If you guys liked it, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe today and leave me a comment down below. And as always, I'll see all of you guys in the next one.